saying that about that person, you know, just out of spite, because that's not how I felt. I just felt creeped out at the time, and he was doing that. It was around was it around Django? It was around Django time, and he would do stuff like that. And I was under 25 at the time, so I think there's some truth to what they're saying. So with the Emperor, the Moon, and Page of Pentacles, I see very strongly here that, yeah, he wants to help her with some kind of business venture. I think that's why they might be meeting too. But also, he has plans. When he does this, he has plans. Hi everyone, welcome back to the light time. My name is Hallie. So grateful to have you all. So let's get into the reading. I'm doing a couples update. All of you have loved these so much, so I'm going to keep them going. Please like the video, subscribe, and I would love to hear what you have to say. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm going to start off with Leonardo DiCaprio and Gigi. I've done a few videos on Leonardo DiCaprio himself, done a few on Gigi, and yeah, let's just see what the energy is I picked up on. I did say that I felt like they were more friends than anything else, but you know, I think sometimes friends can become lovers, and yeah, it's just, I think, his intention. So let's get into it. Knight of Pentacles, King of Wands, and the Chariot. So I do strongly feel like Leonardo is pulling some moves on Gigi, and I think he might be dining her, you know, Knight of Pentacles, offering her some kind of like investment in her business, that kind of thing. He wants to make himself seem available for her in ways, Six of Cups, that other people haven't. Now, I do think she's spending more time in New York. I get that because I got 10 of Wands bottom of the deck. I think she's spending more time in New York recently. And he lives in New York. I still live in New York, and I see him a lot. I've told you guys the story. My encounters with him, which is so unfortunate because I used to really like him as an actor. You know, a lot of people I've met that are, especially well, mostly actresses, some actors, they can have this like arrogance. A lot of musicians, woo. Musicians I met are like, honestly wish I never met them. But I see her moving more to New York, like spending more time in New York, and he'll like call her, he'll like show up. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you. I did mention the story before where I had a strong feeling that he was Leonardo DiCaprio. He would show up at my job. It was just weird, okay, because I'll give you an example. One interaction was I was working as a waitress at this famous restaurant. That's where I met him. And he would kind of like look at me and then like stand in my way, and I'd be like, this is very odd, you know. But I think for some people that works. Like he would do that quite frequently, and we even developed a joke at work that he was like creepy towards me. Yeah, he would do that quite often, and I just thought, this is so weird. Like, why is he being so creepy? He just seemed very creepy. Like, we had this like booth area. It was so fun working there. I had so much fun when I worked at that place. It's in Tribeca. And we had this like booth area that I used to stand by, like when I wasn't doing anything, and just like watch everything. I was daydreaming and so forth. But one time he came up to the booth like really close, and he just like stared at me, and I was like, can I help you? And then he turned around, he was on his phone, but I didn't realize he was on his phone. And I just thought it was so weird. He would do things like that a lot. So I feel like he's doing that to her, kind of just not in such a creepy way. Obviously this was a few years ago, so hopefully he's grown from that experience. But with the Emperor, the Moon, Page of Pentacles, the first time I've been open about that story. I was kind of scared to in the beginning because I just felt like when I used to live in LA, I didn't really want to have anything to do with a lot of these people. And granted, I have encountered a lot of actors. I've dated a lot of actors, some famous, some not. People in the limelight, dated very famous people, some not. But I only say that to say that I didn't want to use that as clout. Like, I just wanted to have regular stories, and I've had some very interesting stories in my life, but I don't want to shed it. Like, I don't know, I just didn't want to seem, because I'm a very loyal person, I didn't want it to seem like I'm blatantly saying that about that person, you know, just out of spite, because that's not how I felt. I just felt creeped out at the time, and he was doing that. It was around was it around Django? It was around Django time, when he would do stuff like that. And I was under 25 at the time, so I think there's some truth to what they're saying. So with the Emperor, the Moon, and Page of Pentacles, I see very strongly here that, yeah, he wants to help her with some kind of business venture. I think that's why they might be meeting too. But also, he has plans. When he does this, he has plans. King of Swords, Four of Pentacles, to definitely win her over. It's just putting that out there. Please comment. Love to you have to say. Now let's move on to Harry and Olivia, your favorite couple of all time. I've been accurate a lot about them. I feel like it's coming to an end, the relationship. I know I said that before, but like I always say, Harry is an Aquarius. You know, we're very spontaneous. I think we're more spontaneous, even though we're not fire signs. We're very spontaneous, you know. We can just decide, hey, I won't see this person anymore. Block them on everything. And yeah, I think that's what's going to happen with them. So the Wheel of Fortune, the Death, and the Magician. That's the reason why I think it's coming to an end very soon. The Death, obviously, it's just not meant to be. I think they've served a purpose in one another's lives already, and now it's just like hanging on for nothing with the Hermit and bottom of the deck, Seven of Cups. It's almost like they're just hanging on for nothing, hanging on for the sake of something, you know. I think he's hanging on, like I've said before, because he feels kind of indebted to her. And I think she's hanging on because she wants to prove to the world that she could be with somebody like Harry, you know. I think she never really got the guy, you know. If you look at Jason Sudeikis, he seems very, very cool, but he's boring, honestly. I feel like I might be being mean. I prefer partners that are boring, that are simple. I don't like dramatic. I would take, honestly, and Harry people, you're not gonna be happy with me. Also, just because of my age, I prefer older guys. I would take Jason over Harry any day because he seems sincere, and I'm not saying Harry's not sincere, but I think Harry has a lot to learn in his life moving forward. And I don't know, that's just how I feel. I would choose somebody simple. I prefer simplicity over drama and extra energy, and yeah. So 6 of Wands, 4 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles. I feel as though she wants marriage, and I've said this before. She definitely wants marriage. She's gonna put out stories that he proposed to her through sources, but they're not gonna be true. But she's gonna do it so that he feels pressured to do it. Very manipulative. With 4, 5 Pentacles and Knight of Wands. Very, very, very manipulative. And he's slowly like, you know, I can't believe I have to deal with this. No, that kind of energy. Just like slowly, and that's how we are, Aquarius. Then one day we're like, that's it. That's it. So please, I would love to hear what you say. Please like the video, comment. Take care.